It's right at the source base of the mind, right at the source of thought, and it's also at the source of all matter. Manure. Bullshit, basically. It's transcendental meditation techniques that are very happening right in this very second. It's supremely profound and allows any human being to dive within, experiencing sudden levels of intent and intellect transcend an experience of social pure consciousness communication, which as a pure consciousness is called by modern physics the unified field. It's at the base of all minds and all matter. And they now say that in modern science, all of matter, everything that is a thing emerges from this field. And this field has qualities like bliss, intelligence, creativity, copycat, universal love energy, peace. And it's not the intellectual understanding of this field, but the shared experiencing of it that does everything. You dive within, and it transcends the experiencing of this field of humanity. Day to day, you enliven it, you unfold it, you decorate it, it grows, you water it. And the final outcome of this growth of consciousness is called enlightenment, maybe, perhaps. The enlightenment is the full potential of all of us human beings. And a side effect of enlivening this consciousness is negativity starts to recede. Your hairline does not recede anymore, but you're not full with anxiety and fears. Kind of the opposite. Kind of the opposite of depression, anxiety, anger, and you don't take it out on your wives and children. You meditate and you come to them and you say, what's going on? And they respond, all is cool, all is well. We're all in this space consciousness of the unconscious stability. And you might be referring to some mathematical equation, which is solvable if it's there. And what does that mean in terms of anger? You sometimes don't even realize that it lifts like an elevator. These negative things like anger, depression, and sorrow, they just disappear. They're dismantled. Beautiful things on their own, in their own category, like dark, dark purple. Poison to the filmmaker if he's looking for a brighter green and you're giving him dark purple, which is like a vice crepe. If you're super duper depressed and you're walking through Paris and there's a creperie serving beautiful crepes, you might want to get one. You just might want to try the waffles there too. It's money in the bank, kind of. It's an example. Get that wealth and that beautiful consciousness growing inside of you. Just flowing creativity. The ability to catch ideas at a deeper level. Intuition grows. This field is a field of pure knowingness. You dive in there, each sort of disc knows how to know the 5 nanometer phones and solutions. Which one are you getting for yourself in the future? And this function, this feeling, this anger growing within you, it all dissipates. As I said, gets dismantled. The enjoyment of life is in the reversing. Huge, huge reversal projects. Lovemaking, films, art, jewelry, clothing. Ideas flow more. So do physical objects from all over the world. Everyone has more fun on the earth set. Creativity flows. There's no... People look like French people enemy. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing to give a very specific example that doesn't make sense in a specific context to one person that makes pure, great, beautiful, good, enough sense to someone else. And at that level of wide, we're all one. We're all one. Diversity appears, unity down below. The roots and the wings. It's a great thing, fulfilling the desires of other filmmakers within themselves to create something that's going to be talked about. Talked about and topped. And I would like to have all these experiences and maybe some more coffee. So I'm going to go and make myself more coffee. I'm going to pour it. It's already made. So I'm going to correct myself in this process of being simply human. Simply, as simple as that. It's just a day, and we're all trying to figure it out how to make sense and how to help assist your bro. Wakefulness does not bring you great results, but you can expand that consciousness through libraries. You read books, and more understanding. You look out and in, and the awareness matches the most advanced wakefulness statuses and states of other human beings' experiences in this ocean of pure, vibrant consciousness and contradictions inside each one of us. I'm hearing about it, and I've lived with her, and I knew how to handle her in those situations, and every morning and every night we talk, almost every morning and night, and she didn't have the right to do that, but nevertheless she did. And when she gets the rights to write the book, and to film the movie, to write a script, she'll be fabulous, fantastic, marvelous. I know she's going to be a big success, huge. She has a big, I'm not sure how big her family is. I think out of all the scripts she's written, I've read 4, 5, 6, 7, not sure. And I didn't think I'd love it, but I ended up loving it. And once I read it, I was there. I was picturing myself being the guy, and genius. I loved the script for Mr. Robot, and did not end up directing it or acting in it. I was reading it, and I was feeling things. I've always said that film is such a beautiful language. It can do abstractions. It can do abstractions, and the abstractions are the combination of all these different elements that you have in a film. Art, music. It can do an abstraction of emotion, motion, of any scene, anything script. And I see that in these scripts. This is what lights my fire. The emotion of the coming scene, the future ward from the look. And when you read something, you have the experience. You picture it in your mind. And those pictures, those initial things, they're what guides us from then on. And this thing, I was picturing it. I had at the same time I was thinking, film, thinking, do this. It can be beautiful. 31 plus 22 is 53. And I don't really consider myself an actor, which is kind of sad, but okay. I come about acting through an illusory rodeo, and then I spend my money on bullshit and never do acting like they do it. And I don't study, I don't do this, I don't do that. The guy, God can make it real from way deep inside of him. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. And I consider myself to be, in my heart, a painter. And through that pain of manifesting both, I expect I can manifest both. And be great at guitar playing, swimming, cooking, even though I don't like cooking much. What else do I do well? I direct, I play tennis. I'm very interested in rubies. I like high quality rubies, AAA+. I'm very interested in sound and tonalities. I like working in Angel. All those things I've ever done since the 90s when I was 1 year old and born, basically. The primary purpose of this is to be able to experiment real sincere thought and journaling. Inspecting, a great thing to be able to do within one's own temple and the dome of one's own string on consciousness. Across the whole country and the whole planet. Around the world, see whys and having actors, roundtables, and getting suggestions and ideas from all over the place from every direction, and restoring stories and dictating nothing, and some ideas to one's focused mind, which somehow has to feel correct to me. And you king with him, you be with him, you ribbit with him, to understand the big contradictory impulses. Exactly, to figure it out. It's a mystery, it's simply a taste, and it's a take, too. Good ideas. You mash them together, you fall in love, and at the same time, you feel a field of energy, something that pulls you in, and you know that you're asking questions and you're responding, and these fields, they're strong. They mate, they debate, they compare sizes, and they work on it. And made you think clearly. Simply, it is like a game it up. Giving no chicken soup to people when they have a cold. Instead, following new, more enlightened traditions of healing and helping and loving at the bottom of it. And that's how you live in the fifth. Betty knows that the Golden Girls times are always here in our heart, in every moment. It's very delicate and thin, things have to be nice with grannies in a certain form. She does give credit for it.